Hi, I'm Sean, and today we're catching up with Skay event, and we are on this beautiful set, and we're just going to have a chit chat with Shauna K. Pottinger, Chief Design Curator. Let's go. Hi, Miss Pottinger, how are you doing?
Mr. Morgan!
What's up? So today we just want to have some, just a chit chat about Skay event, management, how the business became into conceptualization, and just who you are as an individual. Who is Shauna?
Well, I'm the chief curator for Skay events, lead design stylist, your first point of contact for any event. So it's not if you're calling the company or getting anybody else, you're going to speak directly with me before you actually go anywhere. The thing about it is that we just create uniquely styled events without having any restrictions as it relates to packages. So we like to customize for our clients to ensure that we maximize fully on your overall expectation.
Okay. So tell me, Shauna, how did this business, how did Skay event management came into conceptualization?
Actually started maybe about 5.5 years ago while I was still in corporate.
Okay.
And I just got really tired of being theoretically inclined because I'm a practical person.
Yeah.
Hands-on.
Yeah.
Like to get my hands dirty. So it's not just about speaking to persons and like giving instructions. I like to be in it because I have to know how each napkin is sewn, how it's folded, how each chair is cleaned, everything, down to the very last drop of how we do our tablescape and all of that. So I'm very much integral in every single aspect of the business, right through.
So do you have a niche? Is there a niche in the market, or who can really reach out to you?
I don't have a niche.
Okay.
The thing about it is that I'm not gonna put myself apart or say, okay, this is for this folks or that, or whatever it is. I cater to both local and in the international market.
Okay.
And once your budget meets the requirements, we can move forward. Because realistically, persons would come to the business and basically would be wanting something. And at the same time, when we're trying to get things in place, they really don't have the budget. And some persons are really, really do not know how to get started and probably think that, this might cost this, when in truth and in fact, it might cost a little bit more or it might cost a little bit less. But I'm gonna get some help where this is concerned, because sometimes, what you have to understand is that we don't do this all by ourselves. And I have Duran here, which is my right hand. Sometimes the pain in the where sun doesn't shine and grass doesn't grow, but we totally understand. And what he can do, he can basically back me up to let me know, because he's always behind the scenes and also do a double on events. So just let them know exactly, some of the things that our business entail and how we get things done from start to finish.
From start to finish. We're executing in weddings, birthday parties, or lavish tablescape, as you guys can see. And I'm the second in command on different events when we're fully booked, overbooked, maximized and booked. So I'm the second person in command.
And he also goes on to basically, so if we have 2 events in one day, he can basically facilitate an overall event to ensure that that's executed accordingly without Shanaki being present. And as per usual, oh Lord Jesus Christ, you get talking, but sometimes you don't know it already, people. But thank you as always, Senor.
Okay, Shauna, so those are good information to know as a first time, second time person who wants to get event. But is there any amount of notice that you need if, I need to contact you with regards to an event? Do I need to give you a week notice? I have some plan for next week. How long do you think?
Not necessarily, let me tell you. Again, I'm not gonna be cheeky, but put your money where your mouth is. Okay? Because guess what happened? Sometimes persons would want something like right in the spur of the moment, and you want to put something together, and you come and you say, Shanaki, for some other reason, because you have times when, other persons might, there might be a shortfall, maybe with another company, or there might be something and they had to choose another planner or choose another decorator. And then you'd have to basically let them know that, this is what it is going to entail, and this is the budget that you're going to have. And sometimes persons are unable to meet the budget, but we still try to make it work for them, and provide different substitutions as it relates to how you're going to get it done and still achieve a similar look. So you might not get the same look, and then based on time constraints, sometimes it kind of alters how you move, because there are times when suppliers might not have that specific item that you're wanting. And we might, while we might have items in our inventory, there are other vendors that we have to make contact with in order to get other stuff from, in order to ensure that your event is executed accordingly. So you just have to make sure you have the money.
Yes, and that is important.
The money.
That is important. So you really want to make sure that if you're contacting you, there is a budget in line, and they know exactly what they want. So is it that your events, the birthday, wedding, they are preset, or you listen to the client and try to conceptualize their ideas? How is that in the making?
Well, that's a good point. Nothing is preset, because we get this question all the time. What are your packages like? We do not have packages.
Wow,
everything is customized from start to finish. So we try to do something different for every client, whether it's a birthday, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a baby shower. And if you see something, or you go on our page, whether Facebook or Instagram, and you see something and you say, Shanna, we're wanting it exactly like this. We're not going to give it to you exactly like it, but there are elements of whatever setup that you're looking at that you can take stuff from. And if you realize, I do not post inspirations at all. Everything that's on my page, or basically on our website, whatever it is, it's work that we have done before. Because guess what? When you get into the habit of posting inspirations, I think what it does, it sends a message to persons that, you're able to offer this, while your work might not be able to match up to that inspiration that you might post. So I don't get into posting inspirations. So once persons come to our page or contact us, what you see is what you definitely will get, and that's all quality.
Yes.
Yes.
So you also mentioned that you do local and you also do international. How do the international diaspora persons can contact you? And is that something that's a regular for you?
I wouldn't say it's a regular, but it happens every now and then.
Okay.
And once it happens, automatically it makes sense.
Wow.
Automatically it makes sense. There are times when I have to travel, or there are times when persons literally would say, Shanna, I want you to do this, because of word of mouth publicity, or because of something that I did for somebody for them. So the thing about it is that I don't really market a lot, but it's most times referrals that we get a lot of the stuff that we do through referrals.
Okay, and that's good to know. That's good to know. So one of the things I wanted to find out is really, as you can see, the breeze is blowing. So are these things taken into consideration when you are doing your consultation and you're guiding the customers? Is it a case where you look at all the factors that will affect the event, or they need to?
Have to.
Okay.
So it is important that we ensure that we always put a contingency in place.
Perfect.
Depending on what the venue is or where the venue is.
Okay.
And we always explain to persons that, we have to maximize on this because this might happen or that might happen. But just to kind of narrow down stuff, we have to also ensure that persons are held accountable. So if we try to put something in place and you decide that, you don't want this or you don't want that, we won't go ahead, because guess what? We know the implications down the line, and we're not going to go into any hee-hi, hee-ho when we're setting up.
Yes.
So it has to be seamless unless there is something outside of the norm that's outside of our control.
Okay. So really and truly, what would have been some of the most important, just if you were to have those 3 main important things or 4 main important things that someone needs to know before contacting, what would that be?
There's no main thing per se. You just contact us with an open mind.
Okay.
Once you're wanting an event, and we take it from there through a conversation.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Shanna K, for really just giving us, some ideas as to what Skay event management is all about. Thank you so much. And it was good catching up. Blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode of Catching Up with Skay Event Management. We just spoke to Shanna K. Pottinger, Chief Design Curator, and it was really good just having a chit chat with her. See you soon. Join us next time for catching up with Skay event.